The front porch is under repair, and while it was under repair, we took off these enclosures. They were wind protectors, and we're deciding if we want to put them back up or not, but we will protect the dining room guests from the drafts by putting in some French doors on each side and possibly some canvases that roll down to protect people from the wind. But we really like the old door to show and the original transit light across the top. And this we hope will be an entryway where you're greeted as you come in for dinner. We will have some history here of the Bull's Head and the town that people can enjoy while they're waiting.
All the floorboards in here throughout the first floor will be refinished, and in some areas the wide plank floors don't exist, such as in the location here where the stairs are going down into the basement. And what we intend on doing is taking floorboards from the attic that are wide plank original floorboards and having them installed downstairs to complete the wide plank floor on the first floor, and then have the entire first floor refinished. As there is external access through the side of the building downstairs to the tavern, we're going to tie in a doorway going from the dining room through this wall and tie into that stairwell as well, which is going to require reconfiguring the external structure to accommodate that staircase. But that's going to allow internal access to and from the dining room and the tavern. So this is one of the original posts from the post and beam construction when it was built in 1802. And what we decided to do was to properly support the structure. We added some additional posts in these 4 locations here. And these posts came as a donation from
Sally and Jerry Law in Cobleskill, and it came from a farm that's as old as the Bull's Head.
So essentially what they're doing is providing support between the main beams under the first floor and the main beams under the second floor, and to bring the center of the building back to its proper location. Dan Schulte of Burt Schulte Construction got down into the basement and jacked up the building from underneath the main beams, raising these posts and the entire center of the building up about 4 or 5 inches. Beautiful hand-hewn beams kind of add some more original character to the building. It was customary that as the builders designed the layout of a post and beam constructed building, they would stamp with Roman numerals into the joint locations where each component needed to go. So as the builders put it together, they pretty much just followed the stamped Roman numeral imprints in the locations and inserted the proper piece in the proper location.
Going through the process of refurbishing the Bull's Head, we uncovered this beautiful old original fireplace. When the fireplace is refurbished, we will have gas inserts on both sides, and people can enjoy the warmth and the atmosphere while they're dining.
Yeah, originally when this fireplace was built, it wasn't intended to be exposed. Pretty much in the federal era of construction in the early 1800s, the brick work was constructed, but then they pretty much covered the entire structure with lath and plaster. And in order to do so, they needed something to nail the lath to. So in different locations in the fireplace, there are pieces of wood that basically acted as nailers for the lath. So although we intend to restore and expose the entire structure as much as possible, a couple hundred years ago, this was pretty much enclosed in plaster. Unfortunately, the mantles that were here before were built to accommodate a much smaller opening that was not original, so they cannot be reused. But we're looking forward to having some very creative woodwork done in order to create some new mantles. All right, well, this is the kitchen that was part of an extension that was put on the building back in 1966 when Monty Allen returned the building to the Bull's Head restaurant. There was a wall here that separated the kitchen from the dining room. Obviously, the kitchen needs to be fully equipped. So we've got a chef working with us, helping us design a menu, as well as the layout of a kitchen to accommodate that menu. In this location, with a side entrance, this door will remain. There'll be a hallway down along this side of the room with access to the kitchen. And then on the far side of this room will be a hallway leading into the bathrooms. So some major reconfiguration of this part of the building here, particularly to accommodate handicapped accessible restrooms. For the time being, we're intending on keeping the second floor restrooms, the ladies' room that's here, the men's room over in the corner. But this entire second floor, we intend to continue to use for meetings and banquets, some events, hoping that people in the community and the different organizations could continue to use this as a meeting space, possibly for overflow dining. So a lot of uses that the second floor can continue to provide.
I like the lighting up here too. It's unique in the morning light, and it gets great sunlight afternoon, the sunsets.
So Mary, you haven't even seen this yet.
No.
The guys just took the lath and plaster off of these walls.
Oh, she could just save that wall. It's like fix this, but like save those three, that just like it is.
With those wooden boards exposed? That's pretty amazing. You're talking about what? It looks like almost 18 inches of hand-hewn boards.
That'd be beautiful with a pretty old picture on.
The back of the fireplace coming up from the first floor.
Don't touch those boards.
Well, we'll see from a fire code standpoint what we're allowed to do. But yeah, wouldn't that be beautiful if that was restored and left exposed?
Yes.
As the center of attraction of the room. Although this was functional as far as providing air conditioning to the second floor, and there was a similar system downstairs, we thought that this ductwork in today's day and age is unnecessary and unsightly, so that entire air handling unit in the back corner and all the ductwork is going to be removed, and we will be putting state-of-the-art multi-split air conditioning systems back in, which will be much less obtrusive, much more efficient, and not be as unsightly as these metal ductwork. The fireplace that you saw upstairs, its foundation is this dry stacked stone structure down here. Beautifully done originally. We'd like to continue the original appearance around its perimeter. So this entire stone structure will have a stone veneer around its base and restored stacked stone around its perimeter up top. And we envision that would be somewhat of a focal point of the entire downstairs tavern. The water problems that we've had in the building throughout the years really took its toll on all the wood and sheetrock that was down here in the basement. Initially, when we bought the building, we didn't think that it would be necessary to go to the extent that we did in ripping out the cellar tavern, but because of that water problem, we really needed to address the issues associated with that, and we made the decision to completely gut it. So a fairly extensive piece of the project is down here in the tavern now that we did not anticipate. So stopping the water from coming in, rebuilding the walls, the ceiling, the bar, pretty much the whole ball of wax is getting rebuilt. The original layout and floor plan of the tavern down here included not only the bar over at this location, but this high counter that acted as kind of a tabletop or kind of gathering spot for people that were standing with their drinks. I believe there would probably be some stools that people could actually sit at and dine at this counter as well.
served as like a second bar without the alcohol, but you could put a plate down, a plate of hors d'oeuvres, and sit and talk.
Mm-hmm. So what we're thinking now is utilizing this as part of the new bar design and creating a center island bar right in the center of the room here. That would allow dining tables to be placed over in this area of the room, and over in the far corner there where the furnace and all the piping is, our intention is to completely clean out that nook of the basement and provide even more dining space in that corner. They'll probably accommodate probably at least 4 more tables. I mentioned earlier that stairwell is going to come out. So the floor will be finished across the main floor dining room. That entire structure will be removed from that corner. So all of this space will then be available for further dining space or for entertainment that we could have here in the corner. Looking forward to an acoustic guitar playing in the corner while people are dining.
Piano.
Possibly a piano. Love the idea of a piano bar, maybe piano night. Probably a variety from acoustic, maybe some country, maybe some folk, maybe some rock. We'll see. We got a survey coming up, some more surveys coming up to give us some more indication of what customers are looking for in the area of entertainment. Possibly upstairs in the dining room later in the evening. We thought that having some type of dinner show, whether it be a comedy night or some type of small theater event, might be appropriate. Still exploring those ideas.